All right, so let's look at example 3 here. It tells us just to solve. So again, we're solving with fractions. So we need to find that least common denominator, don't we? So let's see if we can break down these denominators. Can I break down the 2? What about the x? No, so it's going to be 2x. What about 18? It's 9 and 2, and then 9 is 3, 3, and then we have a 2, right? What about 3 and x? Well, we can't break them down any, right? So now we're ready to find our least common denominator. So in order to do this, it has to have a 2x in it. Right now I don't have anything, so I'm going to put that 2x. And then we get to check. It's got to have a 3 in it. Does it have a 3? No, so put 1. Then it's got to have a second 3, because both those 3's are from the same denominator. Does it have a second one? No, so put a second one. And then does it have a 2? Yes, it has a 2, so we don't need to put another one there. Then check your next denominator. Does it already have a 3?
Yes.
Does it already have an x?
Yeah.
So I don't need to put either one of them. They're already there. So that is my least common denominator.
Would it be different because you can't break down to 2x?
It's still 2 times x. I just didn't put a time symbol between them. Okay? All right, so there's my least common denominator. The only difference between this problem and example 2 is because we have an x in the denominator, we have to watch out for the domain. And so remember, our domain is that our least common denominator cannot equal 0, right? So that 2x times 3 cannot equal 0. Well, I can simplify this. What is 2x times 3 times 3? 18x cannot equal 0. Solve for x. So divide by the 18. And so we know x cannot equal what number?
18.
What's 0 divided by 18?
0.
0. So we just have to be careful. When we get to that final answer, it can be any number except 0. All right, everything else is the same now. We've got our least common denominator, that 2x times 3 times 3. We're going to multiply all 3 terms here by it. My first fraction had a 2x on bottom, so the 2 and the x are going to cancel. So we're left with 3 times 3 on the outside. What is 3 times 3? So I have 9 on the outside times 5 on the inside. It's an equal to. My second fraction had a 3, 3, and 2 on the bottom. So they're going to cancel out. So a 3, 3, and 2. So I'm left with x on the outside times 17 on the inside. It's a minus symbol. My last fraction had a 3 and an x on bottom. So one of the 3's and the x are going to cancel. So I'm left with 2 times 3 on the outside, which is what?
6 times 3.
So I have 6 on the outside times 1 on the inside. And we're going to solve that equation. So what's 9 times 5?
45.
Equals x times 17.
17x.
Good. And negative 6 times 1.
6.
How do you want to solve this? Okay, add the 6. So 45 plus 6 is 51 equals 17x, and negative 6 plus 6 cancels. Now what? Divide by what? Good, divide by the 17, because that's what we're trying to get rid of. And so 51 divided by 17 is, so 3 equals x, which means x is equal to what? 3, because we like x first. It doesn't matter, though. But remember, the last thing you have to do, because this was a rational function, is you have to check it. Is 3 okay?
Yeah.
Yes, my answer can be 3. Therefore, that is my solution.